Here we go, Sith Talkers. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome to Sith Talkers, a Star Wars podcast. I'm your host, Mike. Ferrando, joined by my real-life brother,
Clone Steve.
Discussing, debating a variety of Star Wars topics. Welcome to episode 49, Sheev, the clone Palpatine.
Why did you name it Sheev, the clone Palpatine?
Sheev.
Fuck is a Sheev?
That's his nickname.
Who?
Palpatine.
What?
You've never heard Palpatine, be called Sheev?
What the fuck has he ever been called Sheev?
All right, really quickly here.
Have you ever been called Sheev? No.
So it looks like I'm gonna have to school you on some Palpatine news that's just been everywhere this week. Have you been under a rock? I mean,
you know what's weird is the more you get angry, you start to really sound like Luke. You really liked Luke Skywalker growing up, didn't you? It's everywhere, guys. Okay.
I mean, it's just been all over the internet.
By the way, can someone tell me why the brother that likes Star Wars less always wears original Star Wars gear, and this dude over here is wearing Rise of Skywalker shit?
Well, it goes hand in hand with today's topic with Sheev, the clone Palpatine.
The fuck is a Sheev? All right,
so
explain yourself.
It's funny because your name is Clone Steve.
It's because I'm starting to watch the Clone Wars.
Oh, so it has nothing to do with clone Palpatine.
Why would it have to do with a shitty movie?
Yeah, okay, so, all right, so you know something you want to talk about really quickly here.
I don't want to talk about it.
This is what we're talking about today, Sith Talkers. The novelization of The Rise of Skywalker is coming out this month, but of course, people got their hands on it early, and it's all over the internet. It's all over everywhere. We now got more detail about the Rise of Skywalker. And
really?
The more detail comes in is with Sheev, the clone Palpatine. Oh, how he survived in Return of the Jedi, what he is in the Rise of Skywalker, how he can transfer his essence and this, and I mean, everything is in the fucking book. Okay, so basically, I'm going to go on a little rant here. So basically, sure. Disney, what you're telling me is that Star Wars, the new Star Wars, it's like a fucking video game, right? So I'm gonna lay down my $60 to buy the fucking video game, or whatever, $80, so I can get some skins or some fucking shit, and then, oh, it's not over yet, Lando. To get the full video game, to get the full version and all the details, oh, you gotta pay $30 or $40 or $50 more to get the DLC, so you can get the full video game. So this is what's happening to Star Wars. So release the movie, but hey, it's only a piece. Because then, Lando, you gotta go out and get the visual guide. So that helps you understand the movie. Oh, wait, it's not over, Lando. Now you have to buy the novelization. Then you can understand the movie more. What? I mean, come on! Put it in the fucking movie! Seriously. I love this movie. Okay, I absolutely love The Rise of Skywalker, but if you give me just a little bit more dialogue that you put in this fucking book, you just put it Oh my God. It clears up a ton of shit. It makes everything make way more sense. And it actually gives a little bit more fan service where I think it needs to give more fan service. And you could trim down some of the other bullshit that was in the movie and add this other stuff that would make the movie more cohesive as a fucking movie. You don't have any idea what I'm talking about because you don't know any of the stuff.
I have no clue what you're saying right now. I'm trying to Google it while you're ranting, but I can't find anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I typed in Sheev Palpatine.
Listen, Sith Talkers. Once again, I absolutely love the Rise of Skywalker. I do. I love, and Clone Steve hates it. Like, he does not like the movie.
Like it at all, yeah.
So, I guess from a certain point of view, having these like little facts that I'm about to go over with Clone Steve, I just think for the casual Star Wars fan, tremendously helps this movie. Now, obviously, dude, the visual guide and the novelization is more for the hardcore fan. And then we go, oh, this makes way more sense. Oh, thank you for explaining this. But for like the casual Star Wars fan, they're not going to pick up the novelization. They're not going to buy the visual guide. So they're going to see a version of the movie that really doesn't make 100%, sense because all the details aren't there, which you wait to release more details and other things that we have to spend our money on. Right? I don't know. Reminds me of a video game. That's why I compare it to a video game. Because you don't get the video game up front. You have to buy a bunch of DLC to get the full game.
Oh, speaking of that, it's bullshit is, did you hear how they're going to be releasing Final Fantasy VII's remake?
I did not.
So check this out. I played the demo the other day. Oh my God. You're going to want to play it, Lando. It's great.
But it's not turnstile, right?
It's a mix of, oh my God, it's beautiful. So it's a mix of mashing the square button like God of War.
Nice.
But when you fill your ATB gauge, as you remember in Final Fantasy VII, you then hit abilities or magic, and it pauses what's happening for you to turn-based click what you want. And then it performs the action.
Okay.
Block. Oh, God, it's so beautiful. But found out they're not releasing the whole game. No, they're releasing pieces of it as it comes out. So you're going to have to buy this game multiple times.
See?
So the first part just takes place in Centra, and that's it. And then we have to wait for the next fucking chapter to come out and buy it.
I'm telling you, man.
Bullshit, man.
It's all a big money ruse. Like, seriously. And and Star Wars is already a money ruse. You already have Lando's money. Like, you know what I'm saying? I guess this is what bothers me as a hardcore fan. You have my money. Like, I have like thousands and thousands of dollars of shit behind me. Like, you have my money. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like and dude, I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I love everything about Star Wars. I am that like fan that loves everything, despite all the this or that or blah blah blah. But this actually really aggravates me. So I'm actually pretty fucking pissed off about this. Like, because if you add just little more details into this like really fast-paced movie that is really fast and really jumbled and storytelling isn't consistently across the board in the new trilogy, I don't know, just adding more details and trying to connect more things, it goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to agree with you. Like, if you trim down this and you added this, it just goes much further and it tells a better story. Now, granted, we have the story in print and in visual guides, but I'm not going to read the book 1,000 times. I'm going to watch the movie 1,000 times. Right?
So, wait though, real quick. Man. So, did the Emperor in fact fuck somebody then?
No.
Like,
there you go. Spoiler alert. No. One of them is that the Emperor, so Rey, father, right?
Yeah, right. Emperor's son.
No, it's a failed clone. It's a failed clone of Palpatine that just didn't have that just was a failed attempt, but survived and was not force sensitive.
Well, that makes more sense then, because remember we had the question on what.
Okay, so in a roundabout way,
All right.
Rey is the daughter of Palpatine because it's a clone, not granddaughter of Palpatine.
In a way, Rey is just Palpatine. So you're telling me that a clone of the Emperor, so you can't call that his son. It's just a clone.
That's what I'm saying.
So the clone fucked somebody.
Yes. So the clone,
who did the clone
defects. The clone defects and leaves and gets away, who knows how or whatever, starts his own life,
he gets away in a TIE fighter, right?
Meets a woman, they have Rey. Which, by the way, neither of them are force sensitive. Okay? Neither one of them are force sensitive. The clone is not force sensitive. His wife, who, he ends up meeting, the woman, is not force sensitive. Okay, so I put this in Harry Potter terms. So we have two Muggle parents. It's Hermione Ranger, right?
Okay.
So two Muggle parents, and the wizard or the Rey is very, very powerful in the Force, magic, because Hermione's a real powerful wizard, but she's not the most powerful wizard. Harry Potter is, right? Because you know why? You know why Harry Potter is like the most powerful wizard in the wizarding world? Because of his fucking bloodline, okay? Which
was it? I thought it was because he was touched by Voldemort inappropriately.
Yeah, I mean, Voldemort touches him and actually lives inside of him. Sure. And like I said, dude, the whole Palpatine thing is like fucking Voldemort.
Wait. But the thing is, I thought there was a theory out there that said if it was actually Neville Longbottom, that Neville Longbottom would then have been the chosen one because he would have been the one imprinted with Voldemort. So you're saying that Harry is like special on his own. You think Harry is innately capable. You don't think it had anything to do. You don't think it was just because of Voldemort.
Harry Potter is the chosen one, like Anakin Skywalker.
But is he the chosen one because Voldemort made him the chosen one, or is he the chosen one because he is the chosen one?
Yes, Voldemort is a key in that.
So then what if Voldemort did that to Neville Longbottom?
Then Neville Longbottom would probably be the chosen one.
So then your fucking analogy is shit.
What do you mean? But that's not... But I'm going off the story we got with Harry Potter to compare it to Star Wars. That's what we got. Voldemort, but Harry Potter, wizard mother, wizard father. Okay?
Yeah. His father was a dick.
He was a dick. He was a dick to Snape, man.
Super dick,
Snape was like in love with Lily, too.
I know, and he was actually a nice dude and shit. And then the whole rest of the fucking thing, you realize that Snape was doing all this to take care of Harry. Isn't that insane?
He was like good through and through because of his love for Harry Potter's mother.
You know what's different about Harry Potter and Star Wars?
What's that?
A good ending.
Well, look, I'm like kind of on the fence because the book, I've read all the Harry Potter books, and the books are way better than the movies. And they did some stuff in the movies that really pissed me off. But especially at the end of the last Harry Potter movie, he snaps his the fucking Elder Wand and tosses it. No, dude, he uses the Elder Wand in the book, spoiler alert, to mend his wand that breaks in the movie. So the only wand that can repair his wand is the Elder Wand. And he puts the Elder Wand back where it belongs with Albus Dumbledore.
Oh, that's real cool. I would like that better.
Super cool. Yeah, instead of fucking cracking it and fucking it's really irritating every time I watch the end of Harry Potter. So I don't get a happy ending at the end.
In fairness, Star Wars suffered from not having one continent writer, one continuing writer.
Okay, right? So like I said, that is one of my biggest things is Rey is part of this Force dyad with Kylo. So so Rey comes from Palpatine's bloodline, yes, by a clone who is not Force sensitive.
Okay, so what?
So I guess like this is how the Force works. It just randomly picks the bloodline of a clone Palpatine to be the most powerful Jedi in the galaxy.
So then are they trying to hint that that's what Anakin is?
Yeah, but
is there like a hint of that anywhere? Like
no, that's what I'm saying. Because the story we get with Anakin that he was fucking made out of midi-chlorians.
But that's what I'm saying. Right? Like it's almost like they're explaining, right? They're doing this. They're saying, hey, look, this can happen. The Emperor has the ability to just make clones of himself any way he wants to. Why couldn't he just have done that and imprinted a clone?
Okay, so let me weave into fact. Bullet point number 2, these clones. Okay, because we know Palps is a clone. So he did have a contingency plan.
Okay.
Right? Just like you have always said.
So then, in fairness, Darth Vader's redemption and Anakin's redemption is bullshit. He didn't do anything.
But he technically does kill him. He just doesn't tell Vader or anybody that he knows how to cheat death. He found the secret. He knows from Plagueis how to cheat death.
He told Anakin that in the 3rd episode. What are you talking about? Why is Anakin like aware?
So
they make Anakin sound stupid. You ever notice that? Anakin seems like the dumbest chosen one ever.
So right. So and why? So okay. So one of your questions would be, and the general audience would be, why is Palp so decrepit? Why is he decaying?
Yeah, if he's a clone, what's the point?
Okay, so this is straight from the Dark Empire storyline. So, yeah, he has clone bodies, and they're probably young clone bodies. But when he transfers his essence, his spirit, whatever, the vessel can't handle it. It can't handle his essence. So from inside out, it deteriorates his body.
So is he... Okay, wait. So then...
The Sith Eternals, all the minions... They're trying to figure the shit out. They're trying to figure out how to get a vessel that can hold his essence.
So were they trying to say that Rey was going to be his vessel?
Yes. There. See, this is what I'm saying. You're starting to put together the pieces by me telling you what's in the book. You see what I'm saying? Why not throw that in the movie somewhere? I don't know. Like I said, at the very beginning of the movie when Kylo finds him, in the book, there's just a little bit of dialogue where Kylo's holding the lightsaber up to him, and Emperor's just like, I can give you everything. And Kylo's just like, what do you mean? I've seen this before. I've seen this in my clone studies. So the liquid the tubes in him, like Bane, that is what is preserving his body from deteriorating slower.
Well, yeah, I caught that in the movie.
But the small thing of dialogue is Ben going, I have seen this before in my clone teachings when I was younger. So he knows about cloning. He knows about this, which it just would have been cool just to have that one little line like it is in the book where he tells that to Palpatine.
You know what that means? You know what this means?
What?
This means we missed this ending. Check this out. New ending. Oh God, I'm so glad you told me this. I should have. This is awesome. No, wait. So now, let's say the premise was always the Emperor is trying to get Rey as his vessel.
Yes.
So we missed the ending where he succeeds and Rey is now Emperor Palpatine. She's no longer Rey. Whatever. She's just no longer Rey.
No,
she's the Emperor
because his essence is in her.
Yeah, in her, right? And then fucking Rey and Kylo have a fight, and Kylo has to kill her.
Oh my God!
Her eyes go fucking yellow and shit.
Super
Holy
cool.
Shit.
Because it would be Rey's body, but Emperor
it would be the Emperor.
The Emperor. It's the Emperor.
And then at the end, right? All of the Force ghosts have to come and help Kylo, the actual Skywalker.
Yep.
To defeat the Emperor. Oh my God!
Super cool.
That would have been fucking cool.
Super fucking cool.
Skywalker defeats Emperor again, and that. Oh God damn it! Why did you tell me? Now I hate this movie even more.
Yeah, because it's really strange. Once again, I think the Emperor knows that Rey will bring Ben, or Ben will bring Rey. I think the Emperor knows he needs both of their essence. Because a burning question is, why does Palpatine keep telling Kylo to kill Rey? It's a big ruse, right? It's a big setup. Because no. Because another question was, well, how come Palps can't just transfer his essence to Kylo? Kylo's not. Okay, so here's another from the book. You learn you can only transfer your essence to the Sith, a pure evil vessel who is 100% dark side. So
Sure.
Kylo isn't 100% dark side, and neither is Rey. But if Rey strikes him down at the end, she's all in dark side, and he can enter her body as a vessel. So, in Return of the Jedi, when Vader throws him down the shaft, it's like literally at the last second, his essence escapes his body, and it actually travels, we don't know where, but we're going to say Exegol, into another vessel. A vessel that couldn't handle his essence, and that's why... So this is the thing. Palpatine's contingency plan, it was already set up. He already had his minions. He already had his clone, the Sith Eternal. They were already set up. So he knew Vader was going to betray him. So as soon as his essence transferred, those motherfuckers, they've been trying to figure out how to create a vessel for his essence.
Here's the problem. The only problem with that is that if he knew Vader was going to betray him, then why didn't he just transfer his essence before?
To who? Because he couldn't transfer his essence to even Vader because Vader was split between good and bad.
Wait. So are you trying to say that they're almost tweaking the Return of the Jedi storyline? Because then what you're saying, no, wait. Because then in theory, what you could be saying is, what does the Emperor tell Luke? Strike him down, right?
Yeah, and I will
take his
become more
place.
Powerful because then he can transfer his essence into
So Luke. So that's the story? That's fucked up. I don't know if I like them trying to fuck with the story that we're used to. I don't know.
So nerd, right? Hardcore nerd over here. I'm gonna go back to the Darth Bane books, which I've done in the past. And I think I've told you it's a trilogy book. Excellent books.
Yeah.
At the end, spoiler, I have even said this on past podcasts. At the end of the third book, Bane and his apprentice, Bane dies, but he transfers his essence into his Sith apprentice and takes over her body vessel, and he lives on. It's the same thing, except it's not canon. Well, you just stole a storyline from the Darth Bane trilogy, because that's exactly what he did at the end of the book. Exactly. He used his apprentice as a vessel. So, and what I've always said, Jedi, Sith, with Sith, too, there are no more, no less, even though they do get other apprentices and stuff. So technically, it looks like the master should be looking for a powerful vessel, because two things are going to happen. The apprentice will eventually overthrow the master to become the master, or the master can overthrow the apprentice and then transfer their essence, right, to be a vessel so they can live forever, or do only certain Sith have the power, like maybe, like I said, Plagueis and Palpatine, maybe they were the only ones that could do this, right? I don't know, man. It's just, like you said, like, they still say Anakin killed Palpatine, because in the movie, he says, I've been killed before. So technically, Anakin did fulfill the prophecy, because when Palp's essence goes to the new clone, it's not Palpatine. It's the vessel's not powerful enough. They still have to figure that out. Does that tie into Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian? Because now you have the Empire trying to get Baby Yoda, and does this have to do with cloning and keeping Palpatine alive? Dude, I know I'm just dropping like all these bombshells, like with all this stuff. I mean, my head has been swelling all week, and I couldn't wait to talk about this stuff. I mean, it's just this is what I'm saying. Like, if you put some of this stuff in the movie, like, it just explains just one line. Like I said, the line with Kylo, hey, I've seen cloning before. Now we know Palpatine's a clone right at the beginning of the movie. Right? We know he's a clone. Instead of the guy from Lord of the Rings, maybe it's Sith magic or blah, 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 blah. Right?
You mean Charlie?
Well, that's lost. But yeah, everybody knows him from Lord of the Rings. So,
Charlie!
Cheer up, Charlie.
Let me see that smile. What happened to
I need to start smiling because I'm angry today. Maybe my name should be like Angry Lando today. I don't know, man, but it just aggravates me. Like, I'm sorry, Sith Talkers. I don't know if you're getting a negative vibe. I don't mean to be negative. I'm trying not to be negative. It just really, really like aggravates me that you have all these like small details that you can put in a book that you couldn't put in the movie. And like I said, it's just, it literally doesn't even take minutes. It takes like seconds to add like one line of dialogue. Right?
You know what's gonna be funny, Sith Talkers, is the movie's gonna come out and there's gonna be like 85 minutes of deleted scenes and all of this shit's gonna be in the fucking movie.
FYI, so the Blu-ray's coming out at the end of the month. The digital download's coming out on the 17th. And no commentary, number one. There's a super cool documentary about the making, which they always do. No deleted scenes.
What?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, Disney, Lucasfilm, whatever, they're going to pull the old, a year from now, be like, hey, Star Wars fans, you want the complete saga? You want more bonus features? Buy the 9-movie box set for $999, and you'll get those deleted scenes from the Rise of Skywalker. Oh, you want the original cuts? You have to buy this box set.
Yeah.
Oh, you want an extended cut of the Rise of Skywalker? You have to buy this box set. I don't know, man. I don't think they would do that. I mean, it's not going to be that much, but
what I think is going to happen is I think years down the road, we're going to get, hey guys, for a limited time only, we're going to sell the original movie that was shot. No, I'm dead serious too. They have the film of these original shoots because they're real. Like there was original shoots. We know the reshot's real because we got the reshot in the movie theater. So somebody has a piece together, or at least a portion of this film that is just completely fucking different. That would be awesome.
I just, all this Palpatine stuff, dude, it's just like I said, my head is just like a tornado. Because now the next time I do watch The Rise of Skywalker, now we all have just like so much more information about Palpatine. Snoke, like I said, once again, Snoke. So that's why he's all deteriorated, right? Because multiple failed attempts with a host body who can't handle a strong force essence.
Right.
Dude, like I said, this could be a whole nother podcast. We can talk about a whole nother podcast about cloning. Okay, you can clone Jango Fett 1,000,000 times. Okay, you can clone. Why wouldn't Palpatine have like a room of 100 Palp clones that were all 20 years old? And like, yeah, then you have to figure out, how do I transfer this force essence into a generic body? But I don't know, that it just they successfully did it with Snoke. I'm so confused, right? Because Snoke has the Force. He's a real powerful Force user,
right?
But he's another like failed attempt because he's deteriorating because his body can't handle the Force essence that's inside it. Is that Palpatine? Is Snoke Palpatine? But I don't know, then that doesn't make any sense because then, you know, the Last Jedi scenes, right, where he's talking to Rey in the throne room and Ben, and you will strike down your true enemy, because then Ben kills him, right? Then the storytelling doesn't make any sense. If he knew Ben was going to kill him in The Last Jedi, and then Ben finds him in The Rise of Skywalker, that doesn't make any sense. So who is Snoke? So we're still saying who is Snoke, even though
Snoke is the Emperor.
But the storytelling, I don't know. You're right. The storytelling's like wishy-washy with it. Do you want my last pet peeve?
Please.
Or you want to?
No. I don't give a fuck about Sith Talkers out there. I'm enjoying this. It's funny watching them get all pissed off about what's going on.
This is like I just need to rename this episode 49.
Lando's Rant. Yeah, Lando's Rant.
Dude. But the reason I'm like this is because I'm so passionate about Star Wars. Right? I mean, I love it so much, and you know, I'm going to watch The Rise of Skywalker 1,000 more times, right? And if it just has a little bit of more things in it, it just makes the movie so much better. This would have made the movie so much better, Sith Talkers. And it would have gave Lando the feelies, and I think this would have gave you the feelies. I would hope so. Okay, so at the end, when Ben transfers his life essence into Rey, this is in the novelization. It is written that they kiss out of gratitude, not love, not romantic, not affection. Rey kisses him out of gratitude. It's written like this. You know what I say to that? Fuck off! Because these guys are connected. I think they do have feelings for each other.
They're a dyad.
They're a fucking Force dyad. This was not a fucking kiss out of gratitude.
No.
So I support you, Reylo fans. Lando's on board that was a romantic kiss, a passionate kiss. Ben, I'm with you, Ben. I love Ben. I don't love Kylo. I love Ben. Okay. Anyways, I hate that, number one. Number two, which they could have fucking done this in the movie. Okay? After Ben collapses, Rey hears a voice. Oh, a voice.
Is it her paps? I'm a failed clone, Rey.
It's Ben. It's Ben.
Why do I imagine Keto being a failed Palpatine clone?
Oh my God. It's Ben telling Rey, I will always be with you.
That's gay.
As a Force, as in the afterlife. And then, as she hears that, Rey says, well, no one's ever really gone. Connecting what Luke did in The Last Jedi. It just connects the movies more.
Too much.
And it shows that Ben is powerful enough to become a Force spirit and a Force ghost. Right?
Too much.
What do you mean too much?
That's too much.
I don't think so. Because then we know Ben is a Force ghost and he's powerful enough to be a Force ghost.
I think he is a Force ghost. I don't know why there's a doubt he's a Force. Why would we doubt he's a Force ghost?
But just having those two little lines, you don't like the thing that no one's ever really gone. That just goes in sync with Luke.
So I don't.
Come on.
Okay, this is just where you and I differ, because you like things being spelled out for you. You like things being enunciated. I like things being pulled back and making it to where we
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Okay, it's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. First off, get the fucking word right, Jesus. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Now I want to watch that movie. No, it's just you like. It seems like you like you'd rather have everything said and spoken and put out there. I like the idea of things not being said, spoken, and put out there. And it allows you, as the visual representation of watching this, to come up with your own thought, or come up with your own ending, or come up with your own dialogue, or come up with your own middle ground. I don't like things having to be completely clearly defined the entire way.
Bringing back Emperor Palpatine and not explaining anything? Are you fucking kidding me?
No. Wait. That's not.
Is Anakin's death of the Emperor? Is he still the chosen one? Did he still fulfill the prophecy? Are you fucking for real? Like, seriously, you don't fucking leave that up to interpretation. How did the most powerful Sith Lord come back in a decrepit body, which you give us no explanation, like the fucking Lord of the Rings guy? It's Sith magic. No.
I wasn't defending the writing of The Rise of Skywalker.
And then raise the granddaughter? How? Oh, now it's a failed clone? What? What? Just once again, let's just do. Where's Duel of Fates? Like, where's the Duel of Fates?
You want to know what?
Where's the Duel of Fates?
You want to know what? You want to know what I think? You want to know my personal feelings? You want to know my real personal feelings, Lando?
Yeah.
I wish it was just episode 4, 5, and 6. That's it. 4, 5, and 6. We would be talking about how Star Wars is the greatest trilogy ever written ever. It's awesome. It's amazing, front to finish. It's a beautifully well written story. We don't need anything else.
I love getting Anakin's backstory. Dude, episode 3 is
I don't need it.
Absolutely. I actually watched it the other day. Episode 3 is absolutely amazing. This is where the fun begins.
This is where the fun begins there, see?
I don't know, man. Just like I said, Obi-Wan's such a badass in Revenge of the Sith, man. Love it. All right, Sith Talkers. I know I've been ranting, and I've completely,
I like it. I happen to enjoy it, personally speaking. I like the ranting. I don't know, but maybe it's the younger brother syndrome. I think I just like watching you be pissed off.
Oh, man. Hey, man, I don't get pissed. Like I said, I'm just really, really passionate, man, about Star Wars. And
this motherfucker was about to say he doesn't get pissed. I remember sneaking in this asshat's room and playing on a Super Nintendo and getting beat as a child. I don't know what the fuck he's remembering exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, so Sith Talkers, what do you guys think? If you've heard about all this Palpatine stuff, the differences between the novel and the movie, what do you guys think out there? I mean, should it have been in the movie? Should it left it out? Up to your own interpretation to find out in the novel. Once again, are you going to buy the book, Clone Steve?
No.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying. Like, not everybody's going to rush out and buy the novelization of The Rise of Skywalker.
I think that it makes sense for that exact reason. The reason that you don't like is the reason I like, right? They wrote the books for who? For you. Connect dots for you. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about them connecting dots. I think the movie's fucking shit. And the people that like the movie, they also don't care about connecting dots because they just like movies. You're the only people that likes to connect the dots, and you're the ones that are going to read the books. So it's genius, right? Why would you buy books if there was no connecting dots? It's good marketing if you think about it. They're like, hey, super nerds, this is going to fucking blow your mind.
It goes back to my first point at the very beginning. It's like a fucking video game. Now I have to buy the DLC. No, I have to buy the DLC 3 months later.
See, and that's what's different. I don't buy DLCs. I play God of War, I play the original game, and I sell it back to fucking GameStop. I don't fucking
get
play
your $5. Yeah.
What bullshit, man? If you're a platinum member, I got $40 back from my games. GameStop is legit.
And they're going under, my friend, so.
No, hopefully not, because, man, I love buying and trading games quickly.
I still got your
Dark Soul
game that my dog ate, so. Dick. Well, the dog ate the cover.
Oh, well, as long as the disc is, I'm going to keep that game because I want to play it again.
Yeah. My dog, Kira, which Star Wars fans, you will know Kira. It's actually not from Solo. Kira, Kira, one of my dogs, Husky, female Siberian Husky. Her name is, that's what Rey was originally named in the original concept of The Force Awakens. Before she became Rey, her name was Kira. Just like Star Killer, right, became Skywalker eventually in the original movies. There you go.
Okay.
So I just, point out my dog's name. That's where it came from.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
I did not know that.
All right, see? Learn something new. Every week you're on a Star Wars podcast, Clone Steve. You learn something new about Star Wars.
That is some weird and wild stuff. I did not know that.
Oh, impressions. All right, well then that's a good segue into our new weekly segment, Who Does It Better? All right, Sith Talkers. So this newer segment is Who Does It Better? Lando does an impression. Clone Steve does the same impression. And then all you listeners out there, the ones watching on YouTube, man, I haven't done any social media. I've been ranting so much. I haven't done any cheap plugs for anything. So everybody on YouTube, if you're new, subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up button. I guess you like watching our lovely faces. And for all the audio on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Alexa, Google, blah, 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 blah. All the podcast platforms, subscribe to us and Let me know on social media, on Instagram, on the Twitter, on Facebook. Shoot me an email, sithtalkers@gmail.com. And leave your comments, questions on all the social media platforms at Sith Talkers. Okay, so here we go. Last week, we did Pee Wee Herman. And the votes are in from the Sith Talkers.
Yeah.
And who won? Lando! Won again.
Yeah, for doing one side of his impression. It's bullshit. You won for doing one side of his... I looked up Pee Wee Herman, and all you did was one portion of his impression. I did both. You ass
for
clowns.
like a second.
Fuck off for a second. You know what? Fuck you. You know what? No.
Hey, like Kylo Ren said in The Last Jedi, let the past die. Okay, so on to this week. The suggestion we got last week, we got actually 3 of them, and Clones Steve picked George Lucas out of the suggestions we got from the Sith Talkers.
See, it's really strange because I recall some ass... No, wait, it's weird because I recall some ass clown named Iger Steve picked it. I'm Clone Steve. Clone Steve is deciding to pick Christopher fucking Walken.
Wait a minute.
Have fun. No.
Wait a minute.
You said Clone Steve picked... Clone Steve didn't pick shit.
I have to go first because you went first last week.
Well, Clone Steve picks Christopher Walken. Go.
It was George. I like practiced like all week.
I'm so sorry.
It is your choice.
Christopher Walken. Go.
Okay. All right. Look, if you're changing you're hands down going to win. Number one. So I might as well just take the loss right away. But okay. So that means we're going to do George Lucas next week. I get to pick. So we're going to do George Lucas next week then.
Okay. Go ahead.
God, dude, I'm not like prepared. I didn't listen to like Christopher Walken like all week.
You just got to start with Foo Fighters.
Dude, you're so good at it. I don't even. I hate I have to go first. No, that's fine because if you went first, I would sound probably even worse. I need more. Cowbell. And I'm Christopher Walken, and I like Star Wars. There you go. I'm terrible. That's there.
Oh, that was a good attempt, though.
Oh boy,
that was a good attempt.
There you go,
man.
Sith Talkers. Lando's Christopher Walken. I don't know, because I didn't prepare. All right, Clone Steve, just home run it out of the park.
So first, you gotta start with Foo Fighters. And listen, it's not about where or when you decide to talk like me. It's about who's talking, okay? Now, the difference is a little scary, but that's okay. What really matters is that I am gonna win this challenge.
All right, Sith Talkers. So there you go. There's going to be a little circle up in the corner to vote on who does it better, Lando or Steve. Who does it better, Christopher Walken. Next week will be George Lucas. All right, Sith Talkers. Oh boy. On to the next. Jar Jar! Clone Steve! Misa give up! Misa give up!
Okay. Cool.
Oh, Clone Steve! Yeah. That was Misa doing Jar Jar from the Phantom Menace! See, Misa need to be part of Husa does it better, sir!
Why the fuck not? That's great. That was a spot on impression, Jar Jar.
It's movie quotes with Jar Jar! Ooh, movie quote from last week, sir, was Ferris Bueller's Day Off, sir!
Yep.
Ooh, quicto facto, the Star Wars theme song is in the movie! to the new quote, sir.
Oh,
Are you ready, sir?
I've never been more prepared.
Sith Talkers, sir. Here we go, sir. You, sir, shall, sir, not pass, sir. Oh, Misa like this one. Misa, say it again. You, sir, shall not, sir, pass, sir. Misa bombard, Clone Steve. And this has been Movie Quotes with Jar Jar. Ooh, Misa, see, Husa does it better, sir. Ooh, big gooba fish. There's always a bigger fish. See ya, Sith Talkers. What was that? Okay,
I don't know, but why do I want to see that in a movie now so badly?
All right, if you don't know this quote, I mean, you shall not pass. I mean, okay, that's a good one, Jar Jar. I like it, Jar Jar. I like the quote this week. So, Sith Talkers, leave your guesses below in the comments on YouTube, on all the social media platforms. For all the audio podcast listeners out there. Movie Quotes with Jar Jar. I love it. I actually love that segment. All right, Sith Talkers. So we got time for maybe one more segment, and we're going to wrap it up this week. And we must do Dick Time Lando. Dick Time Lando. Dick Time Lando. You know it's Dick Time Lando. The biggest dick. Who's got the biggest dick? Who's got the biggest dick? Who's got the biggest dick? Dick Time Lando. You know it's Dick Time Lando. Dick Time Lando. Dick Time All right.
Yeah.
It is now time for Dick Time with Lando. It is Star Wars character versus Star Wars character. Who has the bigger dick? And this week, I'm picking both. Now, next week, I will let you again pick one. And I think that's going to be the new format. I pick a character, and you pick a character. That's fair. But this week, since this is a special Sheev, the Clone Palpatine edition, it's going to be Clone Snoke versus Clone Palpatine. Who has the bigger, decrepit dick? There you go. Now, it's not Palpatine versus Snoke. It's Clone Snoke versus Clone Palpatine. So you better get that straight.
Okay.
Both deteriorating in their own bodies.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Snoke is in fucking bubbly water and shit, but I have been every voice inside of your head, boy. So I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't know. Dude, he doesn't even have all his fingers.
Snoke.
I mean,
it's got to be Snoke.
Yeah, it's got to be. Like I said,
Snoke's like 8 feet tall, right?
And like Palps is only about 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
And he has no fingers. So since the fingers are deteriorating, his dick is deteriorating.
His dick's got to be just completely gone, right? Yeah.
Or it's like
it's got to be
just like there's just like a little stub,
like a sliver.
Like yeah.
Oh.
And the juice, he's just like Sith Eternals. Get the orange juice to keep my dick alive.
Now, although in fairness, if you think about it, no. But see, Palpatine's hooked up, right?
Yeah, and the fluids are keeping his body.
No. But then he's like hanging there.
Yeah.
So what if he's been hanging there for like 30 years, right?
Like,
so I mean, wouldn't his dick just kind of keep like gravitating.
So it would be longer than Snoke's.
Right. Because
it's
it's hanging.
I was about to say, how can you not pick Sheev Palpatine anyway?
Yeah, he has to
Clone or
have
not?
the bigger dick, right?
Okay.
Even if he doesn't have the bigger dick, he has the force power to make his dick bigger.
Yes. Because his body can't even handle his force essence spirit.
Yeah. But one could also argue an entity that wants to take over the entire universe has a small dick syndrome. You know? Compensation.
That's true. So I'm going to stick with Snoke then.
I like Snoke. I agree.
All right. Sith Talkers, we both agree. Snoke, clone Snoke, vials and all, has the bigger dick. And this has been Big Time with Lando. Big Time with Lando. Big Time with Lando. Big Time with Lando. Who's got the biggest dick? Who's got the bigger dick? Who's got the biggest dick? Who's got the biggest dick? It's Snoke. Clone Snoke. Clone Snoke. He's got the golden robe. He's got the golden dick. He's got the golden sparkly robe. He's got the golden sparkly dick. It's bigger than Pounce. It's bigger than Pounce. It's bigger than Pounce. It's bigger than Pounce. Jazz hands. It's bigger than Pounce. It's bigger than Pounce. Bigger than Pounce. Big time. All right. All
How
right,
many
Sith Talkers. Who's
I
got
wanna-
the bigger dick? Clone
Me.
Snoke or clone Palps? Little circle up there. Vote. Who's got the bigger dick?
I think it should be A, clone Snoke, B, clone Palps, or C, clone Steve. Come on now.
You're not in the equation at all. And you would be the smallest dick.
Well, here we go, guys. Okay, so anyone that's made it here, if you guys do watch the Clone Wars, who would we be in the Bad Batch?
Oh, come on. Everybody know who I would be.
Who would we be?
That's a good one. Okay, so you have Wrecker,
Yeah.
who's like Credible Hulk. Hunter, who's like Rambo, like the leader, like Leonardo. If you want to compare it to the Ninja Turtles, I get, well, I mean, but Wrecker's like Hulk, though. He'd be, I guess,
Wrecker's Raphael. Yeah, exactly.
Leonardo would be Hunter. Donatello would be Tech.
Yeah.
And then you have, well, but
Deadshot's the one that doesn't
the
fight.
sharpshooter.
It would
right?
be. Right.
Then you
That
got the
doesn't
sharpshooter
fit
guy.
quite well, right?
So who's got the crosshair like tattoo over his eye? Which is super
Yeah.
cool. So no, good question. Who would Sith Talkers be?
Who would we be?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I already know who you would be.
Who would I be?
Wrecker.
Yeah.
For sure.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. You would be Crosshair. Everybody thinks you're going to be Tech, but you would be Crosshair.
See, I would think everybody would say I would be Tech.
Tech, yeah. I think that's what people are going to say, but
Yeah.
I think you would be. I think if this was like real life, and we
Because
had
I'm
a
real
really
skinny.
good.
Because, dude, for whatever reason, that clone in the show, he's like real scrawny and skinny. Like really scrawny and skinny. All right, Sith Talkers. So there you go. What clone from the Bad Batch would we be?
Yeah.
So let me know on YouTube in the comments below, on all the social media platforms. And that's it, man. That is going to wrap it up for today. So before I sign off, I just want to do a really quick shout out to Smuggler's Tales, my partner in crime on Instagram. He is actually the Supreme Leader. He's actually going to be taking a break and kind of dealing with some personal things. So I just want to say goodbye, my old friend. May the Force be with you. And when you come back, you will definitely be welcome with open arms. And when you say, Chewie, we're home, Sith Talkers will be here. Everybody else will be here. But he's just taking a personal break. And so all the posts, all the cosplay, the art, Star Wars stories, they're going to be kind of put on hold on Instagram. But still, go check them out on Instagram. They have tons of cool posts. Tons of where they shout out tons of people. So check out Smuggler's Tales on the Instagram. Supreme Leader, I will miss you, my friend. And when you're back, you will be back on Sith Talkers.
And I'm not trying to share people's personal business, but I'm pretty sure he's doing a tail removal. I think that's a thing. I think that's why he's actually stepping aside,
Okay.
which I respect, because I don't know if I could live with a tail either. It would kind of be in the way. Jeans wouldn't fit right, you know?
All right, Sith Talkers. This has been episode 49. Sheev, the clone Palpatine, Lando's rant, I guess, per se. I just want to thank everybody for listening this week, for watching us on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell notification. That's what it'll do. The bell will literally go. Right? It's like the Phantom Menace when they're doing the pod race, the two announcers. They're like, Jabba the Hutt. Right?
Oh, yeah!
It's Greg Proops. Yeah, it's Greg Proops.
Yeah. That's Greg Proops?
Yeah, he's one of the voices.
I didn't know
So there you
that.
go, quick fact. All the audio listeners, thank you so much for listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, on Sticher. If you want to reach us, leave us a question, comment, or topic for our segment Master and Apprentice, or anything we asked today. Hit us up on Instagram, on the Twitter, on Facebook. Shoot me an email at sithtalkers@gmail.com. All at Sith Talkers.
Guys. Okay, really quick before you finish, just because this is really funny. Jessica just sent me a text message with this in it. So for the YouTubers. Okay, so for people listening, Jessica, my wife, just sent a text message. I mean, right now, this isn't planned. She has no idea we're doing the podcast. She sent me a text with a picture that says, "When you're hungover and the kids at the next table are throwing temper tantrums," and it's a picture of someone on an iPhone dialing Anakin Skywalker.
There's your 3POO joke of the week without 3POO.
Courtesy of Jess. That's hilarious.
Oh man. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with us this week. Everybody, I hope everybody has a great week. All right, Sith Talkers. This has been episode 49. Sheev the Clone Palpatine. I've been your host this week, Mike Ferrando. Joined by my real life brother,
Clone Steve.
and may the Force be with you, Sith Talkers. Always.
Who wants both of us?
Oh, you know what I wanted to share at the end on a serious
green.
note, which I thought was super cool, because Ben Affleck's been doing the rounds about his new movie. And he shared this really, really cool story. He's filming a movie with Adam Driver and Matt Damon. And Ben Affleck's son, super into Star Wars. He's like 8 years old. Dude, Ben Affleck couldn't get his birthday present on time or something. And of course, his son's like a big, huge Kylo Ren. He loves Kylo Ren. Dude, Adam Driver sent Ben Affleck's son all kinds of Kylo Ren merch, autograph stuff, right? And then dad looked like superhero, right, to his son because Adam Driver stepped up and gave him a bunch of Kylo Ren stuff. And he didn't have, right? He didn't have to or anything. He just did it because he's a good guy.
Yeah, but
cool.
Adam Driver went super out of his way to put his name on some items and give them to his buddy. Good for you, Adam Driver.
No, it's good, man.
I get it. That's not paying it forward. That's not paying it forward.
It's good deeds, good thoughts, good deeds. We need more. Look, the reason I bring that up, all that is a conversation between two people. Adam Driver didn't have to go out of his way to get Star Wars merch, which, right, and all that stuff. Do you know that Adam Driver, he has the Kylo Ren costume from the movie, and he dresses up as Kylo Ren and walks around in his apartment building, and he does it for all the kids that are in his building. They love it. Dude, he's a good dude. I love Adam Driver. I love Kylo Ren. I love Ben Solo. He should have fucking lived at the end of the movie. He should have had the fucking line at the end of the movie.
Adam Driver, Indiana boy too,
Indiana, and we're in Indiana too. So there you go, even though we're originally from Mass. From
Can't
where
let
Ben
that go.
Affleck, Marky Mark, Matt Damon, Tom Brady.
Not Tom Brady. Tom Brady's from California, you dick. God. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
All right, Sith Talkers. On that note, Sith Talkers, we are out. Yeet. Yeet.
Oh, this way.
Yeet. Yeet. And yeet. Brother.
Yeah.
Brother.
Yes, Quito.
Brother.
Yeah.
Palpatine?
Yeah.
Clone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he likes the steak.
That old bastard.
He likes the steak. Yes. Yes, at the Applebee's.
No.
Yes.
Is a Watto around you, Quito?
He's doing a deal in the shop.
Hey, tell him to stop rolling the fucking dice. It never worked out for them.
Yeah. What are dice?
Oh, they are little things.
Little?
Yes.
What?
You shake them.
Shake?
And you, yes.
No.
No, you throw them.
Are you going to shake Quito?
I mean, depends.
No.
No, okay.
No.
Quito.
No.
Cloud, Quito.
No.
Clouds, Quito.
Yes.
Clouds.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
let's go to the Apple Outback. This thing.
Yes. Watto come with us.
No, he
We
let
eat
him
steak.
do. Yeah, okay, Outback, let's go.
What? My forehead. There's bubbles.
No, it's stitches. It's a stitching. The hat. It is word.
What
And,
are
head.
words?
Yes. Oh, that's a good question, Quito. Quito. Look at the flowers.
I'm gonna go look at the flowers.
Go look at the flowers. Good. Yes.
We got the apple.
No, Quito. We don't eat apples.
Steak.
We go steak at the Outback. It's fine. Yeah.
Steak.
Is you incoming?
Ewan? Hello there. Hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
Okay, Ewan, I need you to stop now. You are scaring Quito.
Why
He's
is he saying hello?
I don't.
Hello there.
Yes, we hear you, Ewan.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Clouds.
Yeah.
Clouds.
He's like,
hey! And now I will do Chancellor Valorum.
Yeah.
Hello, I am Chancellor Valorum.
Oh, that's exactly Watto.
Wait. I am Chancellor Valorum. Would you like some Republic credits?
Okay. Wait. Listen. Ready?
Yes.
Boba Fett. Here we go.
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
That's it. I don't think he says anything. Yeah.
I have an impression.
No one cares.
Brother.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
And this is the snow monster.
Oh.
Rawr.
I like it.
Yeah. I'll see you at the Applebee's. We will eat the steak.
No.
Hey, Lando. All in all, it's just another freaking.
All right, here. Stop laughing. Oh my God, stop! Come on, I'm editing all that out.
You're a dick. All right.